Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and in today's episode I'm talking with you about the effect that social network has on our mental health. Now this is almost a follow-up episode from one that I posted way back in November, which I titled "Is Social Media Making Us Depressed?" If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out, link up here as always. And back then it was very much a hypothesis. It was something which I was definitely thinking at the time, but I didn't base it off any actual research. It was just basically me talking about the problems that I saw with social media. Now, bringing it forward to May in 2017, this week the Royal Society for Public Health actually put forward a research piece that they had been working on, in which the Royal Society for Public Health conducted a survey of 1,479 14 to 24 year olds, and in that sort of report, that survey, they asked these 1,500 round number sort of teenagers, young people, to rank how they felt towards the top 5 social media networks, which were Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter and YouTube. And later on in this episode we're going to take a look at how they actually fared. But I want to break down some of the findings which the Royal Society of Public Health came up with as part of their young people and mental health and well-being survey. Now firstly, I don't want to appear that I'm always slagging off social media and that I'm always ranting about how it's bad and all the rest of it, because there's some very, very good things which social media is good for. So looking at the good things, we'll start off with the good things, and that is that nearly 7 in 10 teenagers report receiving support on social media during going through tough times or challenging times. That support network of online is so important for some people who maybe don't have that same support network in the real world. So in instances like that, social media is a wonderful thing for people in that position. Self-expression and identity, it allows people to get across their own thoughts and feelings, and exactly like this YouTube channel right now, it allows me as the Manc Entrepreneur to be able to share my experiences and my thoughts and what I'm thinking and the identity that I have with you, and likewise you with me. And that again is a very worthwhile thing, and it's made people's careers. It's YouTube, being a YouTuber has become a career for a lot of people, and being able to express themselves in that way was something that was previously only reserved for film actors and TV actors. Also, the building and maintaining of long-distance relationships has never been easier than it has right now, purely, again, due to social media. Being able to be in touch with people all over the world on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever it may be, being able to communicate has, no longer you writing letters and waiting 2 weeks, 3 weeks for a response, and, you can get instant chat happening all the time, and that means you can have worldwide friends, and, I'm very fortunate in that regard. I get to do business and have friends with people all over the world, which previously would have been very difficult without social media and the internet. And finally, on a much more personal and topical point, is the Manchester terror attack. This week, obviously, again, on Monday night, Tuesday morning, the terrorist attack happened here in Manchester. Again, if you haven't seen my thoughts on it, I'll put the link here. I did a bit of a vlog style where I walked around Manchester, but after such a tragic event, what happened is the community just got stronger, and not only just in the real world but online as well. You were seeing, it was so nice to see people like the Eiffel Tower and buildings in Dubai and in Canada, the lighting up landmarks in the red, white and blue for the UK, and just seeing all, there was a video of Steven Tyler, who was at an Aerosmith concert in Moscow, I believe, and he dedicated a song to Manchester, and without social media, the people of Manchester would never have been able to see that, and it made not just me, but it made so many thousands, if not millions of people in Manchester feel a lot better knowing that we had the world on our side. And that is the good of social media, and more of that please, because that is fantastic stuff. Being able to show that support across the world is something which we definitely need more of. But unfortunately, social media is not all good, and on to some of the bad things which this survey found. And the statistics are not for pleasant hearing, reading, viewing, whatever it is, whichever medium that you're consuming the content. So first off, let's kick off, and this isn't a bad thing, this just puts things in perspective, that apparently now 91% of 16 to 24-year-olds are using the internet for social media. 91% is a huge amount, and it's not surprising. For the reasons that we just mentioned in the good part, it's not surprising. Why would you not want to be part of social media when you have the good side to it? However, there are now 80,000 children and young people in the UK suffering from severe depression. That's a lot. 80,000 young people and children is huge, and that the identified rates of depression in young people have increased 70% over the past 25 years. I'm not just going to throw this out. So that's 25 years is around the time that the internet came into fruition. Whether that's got something to do with it or not, that's merely a hypothesis, but that's can't argue with the numbers there. 91% of young people reported cyberbullying. 91% of young people who reported cyberbullying said that no action was taken as a result of them reporting the cyberbullying, which is not good. And also the FOMO thing. In case you don't know what FOMO is, it's fear of missing out. I have a family member who is, I actually call FOMO-zo. FOMO-zo, if you're watching, hit the like button. You don't like any of my bloody videos. You should be watching them because you have FOMO. But FOMO is fear of missing out. And they found that the worry of missing out on social events or being able to enjoy activities that could be taking place without them knowing was that caused anxiety amongst them. That fear of missing out was a legitimate fear that they were missing out on something that they should be a part of. FOMO, where's that come from? These are the bad things. It's like we're seeing increased levels of depression, increased level. I think another statistic was that 7 out of 10 females in that age bracket, 14 to 24, said that they now had body issues as a result of social media. They felt not insignificant, they felt like inferior to what they were seeing on Facebook and Instagram due to that fake reality that everybody's so keen to share these days. So looking into, I said at the beginning that they had ranked the top 5 social medias in terms of being good or bad. So let's have a look at this. In terms of those which had a positive effect over those that had a negative effect, only one was seen to be having a positive impact. All the other 4 were negative or below what they classed as like the positive negative line. Number 1, YouTube. YouTube is the social media which has the best impact, the most positive impact on people's lives. And quickly scrolling down, there was 5 negatives out of the 14 that they ranked them on. The biggest one was sleep. Now I totally get that because YouTube is a bit like Netflix and you can binge watch it and you can sacrifice sleep. That I would argue that that's not too, I guess it is antisocial in a way, but still, sleep is 100% to be expected on a video sharing platform. Body image, real world relationships, bullying and FOMO were the other 4 that was seen to be having a negative impact. However, for awareness, access, emotional support, anxiety, depression, loneliness, self-expression, self-identity and community building, YouTube was way in the positive, as in way in the positive. And I will put some images on screen as I talk about this to highlight what I'm talking about. The average weighted score is so much in the favour for YouTube. YouTube is the most positive social media platform that we currently have, and for that I thank YouTube. Second, number 2 is Twitter, which is seen as being only slightly negative. And again, sleep is another big one there. Bullying, again, we all know about Twitter trolls. That is not surprising to me. FOMO, body image, anxiety, depression, loneliness. However, again, self-expression, community building, and self-identity are big winners for Twitter. So again, Twitter is surprisingly, I thought, because again, you think about Twitter trolls, they've got a horrendous reputation. I thought that would have been much lower down. Number 3, we have Facebook. Now, Facebook did only slightly worse than Twitter in terms of what was worse. Bullying and FOMO were worse, and body image was worse on Facebook. In fact, it looks like everything was just slightly a little bit worse on Facebook, which is why it's in the negative there. Snapchat is number 4, and that is quite significantly in the negative. There's now more negatives than positives with Snapchat, in as much as awareness, access, anxiety, depression, loneliness, sleep, body image, bullying, and FOMO are all negatives. The only real winners for Snapchat are community building, real-world relationships, self-identity, self-expression, and emotional support. And finally, this one was no surprise to me, the worst social media outlet, the one that has the most negative impact, is Instagram. And again, you've heard me rant about Instagram before, and Instagram entrepreneurs and the fake reality on Instagram. And yeah, it's having a tremendously negative effect on young people. And yeah, it's one of the quickest growing and fastest developing sort of social networks that everybody's on these days, and it's having a largely negative impact on people's lives. The only one that is having any positive impact is YouTube, and I can totally get that because YouTube caters for everyone. So that's it. I've managed to back up what my initial thoughts were with facts and statistics from the RSPH. I will link their findings in the description below. You can download the PDF that I've got here, and you can read it for yourself. It's in a lot more detail. I've picked out sort of the highlights, and yeah, it makes for some interesting reading. The RSPH are actually calling for some changes. One is for a pop-up to appear if you've been using social media too heavily. Not sure how likely that is to come about. The second one I'm fully on board with, and that is that social media platforms should highlight when photos of people have been digitally manipulated. I think that is a huge one, especially for young women and females who see these unrealistic examples of what women should look like. You know, it's really bad, and having a highlight that says this has been manipulated would definitely be a good thing. And again, being taught about it in schools more would also be a good thing. So again, really, I'm fully on board with the work that the RSPH, the Royal Society for Public Health, have done. Again, their hashtag is status of mind. And you can go and, like I said, all the links that I found will be down below. Check it out. And like I said, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree? I'm not surprised that YouTube was the top, and I'm not surprised that Instagram was the worst. I would have totally gone away with that same thing in my mind. Some of the middles are probably, I would have thought Twitter should have been 4th really, but again, it came out 2nd. Shows what I know. But yeah, let me know, do you agree or disagree with anything that I've said in this video? Let me know your thoughts. Have you been affected by depression or anxiety through social media? Again, reach out. If you want someone to talk to, if you're not feeling happy, if anything that I can help with, just let me know. And like I said, there's no judgment here. I just want to help people. With that said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Bit of a weird topic to end the week on, but one that I feel is worth talking about. So with that said, enjoy your weekend, enjoy the bank holiday. I will be here bank holiday Monday with another Monday's Don't Suck episode. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new, and if I don't see you before, I'll see you on Monday. Thank you for watching.